So I had a really terrible pregnancy, and then I had a really fun emergency C-section.
Before COVID, Tracy T used comedy to connect to other moms. For about 10 years, she and a friend put on a show called Pump and Dump, a live performance that brought levity to all the heavy stuff moms deal with.
I've been, for the last decade, really dedicated to finding the things, the commonalities between mothers that we don't talk about as much.
And then the shared event that no one could stop talking about, a global pandemic. All of her performances were canceled, and so was her income. Tracy was at a complete loss, so to help deal with the stress of it all, she turned to microdosing. She says these tiny amounts of magic mushrooms, medically known as psilocybin, don't make her hallucinate or feel high.
I really felt like I was able to soften my frayed edges, to look at my lesser qualities, my reactivity, my jumping to conclusions. And I just felt like this softening all around me.
Dr. Hannah McLean is a physician and a psychotherapist at Philadelphia's Sound Mind Institute, which provides ketamine-assisted psychotherapy. She says she supports responsible microdosing, which is defined by Harvard Medical School as approximately 1/5 to 1/20th of a recreational dose, or about 0.3 grams.
I remember as a kid hearing about psychedelics and being warned you never take them because it makes you crazy and you jump off buildings and you think you can fly.
Well, so I think a lot of us are like of the DARE generation, in which they just said you take drugs, you're going to die. And psychedelics can give someone the tools to look at their life in different angles almost.
I kind of came out of the shroom closet and started to tell other women that I was doing this, and that it was just, I was feeling better. I was feeling like the best version of myself. And what I believe to be true is that this medicine should be taken in community.
So Tracy founded Moms on Mushrooms, or MOM for short. She designed the 3-month-long course after working with a licensed therapist and other trusted medical professionals. The women in her group take part in honest, vulnerable conversations about life. Tracy warns this is by no means a magic pill, though. Reflection and self-understanding are just as important.
And if you're not willing to do that work and kind of get in there and get that stuff out, then it's not going to work.
Now, a number of states in the U.S. are starting to decriminalize psilocybin as microdosing becomes more popular.
Many people would prefer a natural substance over a synthetic one. But I would say if they're pairing it with psychotherapy or pairing it with community and talking about what's going on with you, I think you are adding something.
And one thing to note, Dr. McLean says there are some anecdotal reports indicating long-term microdosing could potentially be harmful to your heart health. Now, while Tracy wants to continue to grow her support group, her real goal is for moms to have the tools they need to work through the complicated emotions and struggles that are too often ignored. And, parents, especially moms, no offense, Peter, have a lot on their plate. They're pulled in a million different directions, and we're really expected to do everything with a smile on our face. And it's okay sometimes to not feel okay. And that's really what she wants to open the conversation about.
I appreciate the stress relief that's providing, right?
Yeah,
the difference
absolutely.
It's making for these women and for that community.
Yeah. And Erin, you were saying that she actually doesn't advise women on where to find these mushrooms. I imagine it's something you want to talk to a doctor about before you attempt to do this?
Yeah, I think any time you change up a routine or you dabble in something that could alleviate stress, you want to talk to a medical professional. And there are other options too, but I think she's opening the doors to a lot of women, as she said, coming out of the shroom closet and maybe opting for something more natural.
I feel like we needed to put a little lava lamp behind us when we had this conversation.
3D glasses, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Erin, I've heard it's so nice to have you here. Thanks so much.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you, Erin.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.